JDev is back at it here to give everyone another Chicago Bulls related video. Just going to be discussing the recent games played by the Chicago Bulls, my thoughts on those games, and any news and rumors surrounding the Chicago Bulls. But before I do that, please like the video, especially if you're a Bulls fan. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll try to do a Bulls video at least once a week. I'm doing my best. This one was a little bit more than a week, but I'm getting better. And of course, sound off in the comment section about your thoughts on the various topics I present, and your opinions are greatly appreciated. So, in my opinion, this year's Bulls team, at least at the moment, is a very Jekyll and Hyde team. So they play very well against a pretty healthy Boston Celtics team with a healthy Jaylen Brown, with a healthy Jason Tatum, and they win the game. Very good performances. In limited play, Tony Bradley looks good. An awesome game by Ayo Dosunmu, and DeMar DeRozan goes off. Some struggles by Vucevic and Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine is having struggles from the three-point line. I don't know if that has something to do with his finger still bothering him. And Vooch is just... He's not playing very well. He's getting rebounds, though, but he needs to shoot a lot better than what he's shooting. And then we have back-to-back games against a shorthanded Philadelphia 76ers team that doesn't have Ben Simmons and doesn't have Tobias Harris. And while we play close games or we come back and, from a large deficit, we look very sloppy in those games. And DeRozan's been good. He'll shoot relatively good from the field and then get to the line for 6 to 10 times and usually hit at least 7 or 8 of those free throws, which really helps us out. But again, Zach LaVine is missing a lot of shots from beyond the arc. I don't know if it's the finger issue or whatnot, but it's making him look really bad. He's still getting his 20-plus points on usually, but it's completely different from what he was last year. And then tonight, we're back to our winning ways. We beat the Brooklyn Nets. DeMar DeRozan, another great game. Ayo Dosunmu had a phenomenal game. Again, limited minutes from guys like Tony Bradley. He doesn't play a lot, but he plays good when he's out there. Also, Derrick Jones Jr. has been playing more since the injury to Patrick Williams, and he's looked okay. So, I still stand with what I said before. I think we need to add some size to this team. I don't know why we keep Matt Thomas on the roster since he's hardly playing at all. And, we're pretty deep at small forward if you want to count Derrick Jones Jr. as a small forward, or if you want to count Green as a small forward. I think we can trade either Derrick Jones Jr. or Troy Brown Jr., who I like both those players for different reasons, but I think we need to add some size. Granted, Derrick Jones Jr. plays big, even though he's a small guy because of that long wingspan with those long arms, but I would like some more size for this team, especially with, Colby White's going to come back pretty soon here, so that's going to add another guard to our lineup. And I suspect the Bulls will make a trade shortly after they get Kobe back to see where he is, how he's going to look. Our Ayo's been playing pretty well, so maybe he needs to get more playing time. Caruso, he's playing okay. He has really good defense, but his offensive game is a little spotty here. So I still stand by the fact that I want Tony Bradley to play more minutes, and I wouldn't be opposed to Tony Bradley starting with Vooch in the starting lineup. Of course, that doesn't leave us any size on the bench other than Alize Johnson, who's 6'7". But I think Tony Bradley could potentially be a difference maker, and we could always look at the possibility. I know it's early in the season, but before things get too bad, is there a trade out there that we could trade Vooch to another team and get another asset that would fit in better with this club? I don't know, but it's going to be a detriment to us if this continues, I think. We definitely need some more size, whether we sign DeMarcus Cousins or get Marvin Bagley Jr. or something. We got to do something because we can't go the whole season with all these guards. But, who knows? I guess Arturas and Mark Eversley have a plan. Billy Donovan has a plan. And they're simply, implementing their plan right now. But I definitely want some more size on the team. And I would like to see Tony Bradley in the starting lineup. I would like him to replace Javonte Green. Obviously, that leaves the bench with some very, very short players. But I think it could work. That's why we need to sign DeMarcus Cousins, or maybe even Jahlil Okafor. I try to talk too fast and I start slurring my words. Okafor, he's a big body. It wouldn't be bad to have him on the team. We could always bring up Marco again and give him more playing time off the bench. I don't know, but I just don't think with the team that we have constructed right now is going to go far in the playoffs. We might obviously make the playoffs, but it's going to be a different story when the playoffs start, especially if Vooch is still struggling. You might want to consider maybe putting Vooch on the bench to give the bench more scoring and put Bradley in the starting lineup. It's just a thought, but let me know what you think in the comment section. Of course, if there's any trades out there that you want to see the Bulls make, we can talk about those. I know the ones that are always talked about, Marvin Bagley Jr. or Marvin Bagley III. Again, I think Troy Brown or Derrick Jones Jr. needs to be traded, and I don't know why we keep Matt Thomas. Yeah, you look good in the preseason, but that was when everybody wasn't playing that much, so it is what it is. But let me know what you think. Sound off in the comment section like I mentioned. Subscribe to the channel if you're a big fan of the Chicago Bulls, and you can let me know that you want more Bulls content, and I will try to fit more content in than I already am doing. But I mean, if I'm just talking about each game the Bulls have, that gets a little repetitive at after a while. So that's why I kind of want to space my videos out regarding the Bulls, at least one a week if I can make that happen, which I can because I'm just done with my Game of Thrones stuff now. Well, other than a few rankings of seasons and characters. So again, let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.